Hey, and welcome to a Chicago Beer Pass beer review. And we've got some Maple Jacket from Revolution.
Yeah, man. Logan Square, Avondale, Chicago. Hello.
Yeah, Nick usually has his fancy Rev cups with
I
these.
know, man.
And so, but I don't have fancy Rev cups.
But you know, you just.
Oh, I have freedom of speech glasses or freedom of.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We want little hair of the dog tasting room glasses.
Hey, he's got the little dog with the little cigar and the little hat on the dog here. These are nice. Yeah.
But Maple Jacket is part of the latest Deepwood series release from Revolution. Coming out Friday, December 10th.
Yeah. Barrel aged barley wine with maple syrup. So this is Chicago maple syrup, proudly brewed or produced by Chicago Maple, which is the local. I don't know what you call a maple producer.
Well, do they have trees? Do they have to have the trees? If you make the syrup, do you also own the trees?
These are fair questions.
You get your maple from somewhere else, and then you.
No,
But do you put in the barrels?
now you're sourcing maple.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, but we would like to know how it all works.
Is the maple local or just the maple?
Or just the maple producer.
Yeah.
And are you a producer if you don't have the trees? Here we go.
But is all maple syrup barrel aged? No.
No.
So they gotta have the trees then.
Right? Are there maple trees in Chicago?
I would think so.
Okay. I mean, I believe you. I just,
I don't know. I guess
there's trees everywhere. I don't know what kind of trees they are.
I'm not a tree guy.
What the
I
hell
don't
are
know.
we doing here?
I forget what tree people are called.
We don't know what tree people are. We don't know what maple people are.
Somehow it's local maple. You listen to the call. No, you have the info. Just here, drink it.
14%.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.4%. Nice. So last year, or a couple years ago, was Maple Deeth. And that was for sure, it was inspired by a guy from the Northeast who was super into maple.
Okay.
And, so that's where that came from.
And then last year they had Honey Jacket, which would have been this release, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now they're following that up with Maple Deeth, Maple Jacket.
I feel like our bear costume could still work for maple syrup. Bears like maple syrup.
Yeah. The conversation with the Rev guys was centered around maple and how, if you're going for aromatics of classic maple syrup, then you want to put a ton of maple extract in there, and it gives you the kind of pancakes with syrup and butter aroma. But if you're going for a true maple essence, you don't do that. You put the maple in at the very last minute, and then that just adds a better version of maple character to the existing beer.
Okay.
So,
but you drink this and you taste like you just poured some pancakes, and you're like, a little for me, a little for you, a little for me. You're like,
and I think that has something to do with starting off with a better maple syrup from the jump, because not all maple syrup is 100% maple syrup. If you get Mrs. Butterworth's, that shit says high fructose is like the top ingredient.
Yeah.
But then you get real maple syrup.
Well, that's just syrup.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is like actual maple syrup from the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fake syrup. Yeah.
So.
But I see what you were talking on the episode. Very mead-like, and I feel that, but that pancake taste is it's just messing with my head.
Yeah, and then of course it's a carbonated product, but obviously with the adjunct, the head's gonna go away really quick. But then even still, it's not as thick as a mead would be. Right. So it gives me all the things I like about a mead, but then it also tastes like straight jacket.
Yeah.
So that's what's interesting about it, where it's like, how orange blossom honey, it's darker when you look at it, and it's not the same as the golden honey.
Yeah.
But it's darker, but then it's also earthier, for lack of a better term. It's more. It's not less rich. It's definitely just as rich as honey, but it's not as cloyingly sweet. The sweetness is kind of replaced with more like an earthy kind of herbal thing, and I feel like that's what's going on with this compared to like regular syrup on pancakes.
Right. As I'm like drinking more of it and it's starting to warm up a little more, that like pancake thing is going away a little bit. But man, it's sweet.
Yeah, I got a little bit on the back tooth there, where it just kind of sticks.
Like it's gonna give you a cavity.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, this is
You were just like sucking on like a hard candy.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a maple candy. Yeah.
I don't necessarily want more than this.
You poured enough. This is very much in the digestive category.
Right.
Right? Like, you don't need...
I need 12 ounces.
Yeah, the 6 will do you good.
Yeah. Huh. But you got to buy them in 4-packs, right? So
Every time you open one, you got to share it.
I feel like this is one that you want to try, but now you're stuck with multiple cans for a very long time.
I don't know what is preventing the mixed 4-pack release, but this would be an example of wanting to see that, or it's promoting trading the other 2,
right,
or 3. Yeah, for something else.
I guess if you went with somebody, your best bet would be like, yo, you buy dark mode, I'll get maple jacket, and we'll just swap 2-2.
Yeah, that's where you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know just for this, but just in general, on these 4-packs. Mm-hmm. God, we went from, we don't want the bomber, we'd rather have 4-packs, to, okay, we got the 4-pack, now can we get a mixed 4-pack?
Yeah.
Next,
I want to try more, but I want less. Can you just give me like individual shots? Can you just give me a box of shots of all the deep woods?
Can you give me little buddy versions?
Of the whole year.
A mixed little buddy version 24-pack.
There we go. Be the little deep woods. But it's nice. I feel like maybe mixing this with like one of the berries could be kind of fun.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. And then, they don't, outside of Rye and Straight Jacket and Death Star, they don't run them back too often, the variants. Mm-hmm. So from their standpoint, it's like, well, what can we do that pushes the envelope? And we had the Maple D last year or 2 years ago. So they have an understanding of maple as an adjunct. So they just want to expand that experience for themselves and for the consumer, So how do you do that unless you make an honest attempt to make a ton of it and put maple in it, get more familiar with it and constantly tweak it. So this, I'll tell you, I like more than maple jacket. No, maple, what is it, maple Deeth?
Maple Deeth.
I like this more than maple Deeth.
I don't remember it well enough to like comment. It didn't stand out enough. Like this one's gonna stand out, and I'm gonna remember this. I remember a lot of the berry ones and Supermassive, but this one's gonna be like, if someone was open this, I feel like I might pass on it because now that I've had it.
Yeah.
But if you haven't had it, it's interesting.
It stands out. This is definitely for the mead lovers.
The meat?
The mead. Definitely for the mead lovers. They do, the jacket series has some flexibility, right? Because I think, for me, I like strawberry jacket and even the mixed berry jacket. But I like them because they remind me of cocktails. I don't necessarily like them on their own as barley wines.
Yeah.
So they're taking the barley wine base and just kind of offering these different looks that feel like other products all together.
Would you have this as a breakfast beer?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I'd have that as a breakfast beer over a straight jacket.
All right. Because I've known you sometimes doing these breakfasts with...
That's where you want to be. You got a lot on your mind. This is this is as good as it's gonna get.
I'm over here being like, do I want tacos or is it lunchtime?
So
take one of these to churro waffle.
Whew. Oh, you're in business there, bud. Shit. Now I have plans for the weekend that I didn't realize.
There you go. That's the picture. Look for it on IG. A can of maple jacket and a churro waffle.
Now we're talking.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it. Anything else to add that they mentioned in the call?
No. Maple Jacket, limited run, maple syrup with straight jacket.
Cool.
There you go.
All right. Then that's going to do it. Take care.
Cheers.